Fall is fast approaching, and that's the time of year when all of our ornamental grasses really start to put on a show. Well, for our flower arrangement today, I wanted to use some of those grasses to make a nice fall-looking arrangement. A lot of people think of using grasses when they're dried, but you can actually use them fresh. Here I've got some of our wild oats that I've cut, and those add a nice texture and also kind of that movement to the arrangement here. I've also used some of the gaillardia that I cut out of our wildscape garden, and if you use grasses in your arrangement, you want to use some flowers that look more like they've come from the wild and not from the greenhouse. Well, finally, this beautiful, beautiful grass here is from our cut flower garden, and it's some of the purple fountain grass, and that just adds some height to our arrangement and also just wonderful, wonderful color. Well, to anchor all of this grass in our vase, I once again used those handy marbles, which are really, really great to keep the stems standing up and also to give this some weight, because these flowers aren't very heavy, so that'll keep your vase from falling over. And I've just used some plain water in here, and again, just make sure that that water's topped off every day and you've got fresh water in there. Well, back behind me here, I've got some of this great clump of purple fountain grass, and I just wanted to show you the specific time to harvest it, because it's a little bit tricky with this purple fountain grass to get it at just the right time. Now I've got a plume right here that's just right. It's expanded, you've got that nice poofy feeling to it, and down here at the base, notice how the little seeds are still up close to the base. So you've got that nice fluffy feeling, but it's not too far advanced. Well, right here we've got one that's still it's too immature. It's not going to give you that nice texture that you want, so you want to wait on that one. Well, conversely, you can wait too long to harvest, and here is a specific case of that. We've got a plume here that's already turned brown, and what will happen is that will go ahead and shatter very easily, and you'll have a mess. Now this is also applicable if you want to go ahead and harvest these grasses to dry. You'll want to harvest them at this same stage and then hang those upside down to dry. Don't let them dry on the clump, or else you'll get this shattering effect here. Well, one final thing with grasses that's actually kind of interesting, I've got a plume here, and we're using these as a cut flower, but actually these are the seed heads. And some people think that grass, well, maybe it doesn't bloom, but actually the flowers are right there. You can see the tiny flowers, and they're blooming, but that's not the part that we want. We like the seed head here. But if you wait until this is blooming, see, this is a little too expanded. These are already sticking out. So be sure and harvest them before they start to expand or you see the flowers on them. Well, these grasses are beautiful out in the landscape, and they can also be used to make a beautiful fall flower arrangement for your home.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. You can also find more recent videos on our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.